Hey, you! Are you the one in this drawing? I knew it! You are! You're famous then! You know how crazy the world is right now, Mr. Famous Person? From where's it to what's it, everything's gone weird. Really? Even just flying around there makes me feel gross and sick. But this place feels better. So, Mr. Famous, can you do something about this awful sky? Yep, I've decided. I'm gonna leave this problem to you people folk. But I think I'll stay put for a while. I'll watch over you from here, okay? Thanks for guarding my poster, Miss Fairy Lady. Anyways, hello there, friends, and welcome back to more Metaphor Fantazio. Last time, we began the Trial of the Dragons by going over to Denny and learning all about this ancient and secret trial that predates even before the first king of Uchronia was crowned. And we, well, checked up on one of the towers, the Forsaken Tower in specific, and found a dragon that we, well, I'll just say he didn't last very long. Anyways, today we are going to be spending a little bit more time with Basilio to wrap up his follower rank, and then we are going to be taking down another tower, maybe two, but we'll see what happens. First things first, let's go ahead and talk to Basilio. He's over here in the, well, I guess he's near the marketplace. He's just trying to keep himself out of harm's way, probably.
Yo.
Hey, what you up to? No point in losing our cool now. Just gotta keep heading towards the final fight. Do what we gotta do. Hey, still don't know what to do about Vinca. Used to be a good man.
Hey.
What happened to the Vinca I knew? Is there anything left of him at all? Unfortunately, Basilio, I think you already know the answer. Yeesh. Going for the throat, yeah? But you're right. It is easier to pretend I didn't, but I guess I do know. Only one way to make sure he doesn't suffer any more than he has.
You.
Will, thanks for all this. Could we go see Vinca now? Words ain't gonna end this, so be ready for a fight. All that monster's rage he's got now, and he won't go down easy either. So over right now then.
Yeah.
Right. Let's go help him. The chasm he's at is right next to Brylehaven. I reckon we can teleport into the city, then I'll lead the rest of the way. Sounds good.
Hurry!
There he is!
Vinca!
Vinca, I'm here! It's me, Basilio! Yeah, it's been hard, hasn't it? The Magla's growing wild. Kill everyone! I'm going to kill Vinca!
We have no choice.
There's only one way we can save him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. This is all we can do. God damn it! With this battle against Vinca, we are forced to utilize Basilio. In this case, honestly, you can bring whatever team you really want, because Vinca, as terrifying as he may be, he won't put up much of a fight. So, in this case, we're going to be bringing Juna and Yufa along with us.
It hurts! It hurts! It hurts! It hurts! Vinca! It's me! It's Basilio! You know me? Can you hear me? Who are you? Don't know you. I hate you. It hurts. I'll kill you! Vinca, I'm sorry. I'll make the pain go away. I promise I'll save you.
Can't even look. Let's end this, quick!
This is our battle against serial killer Vinca. Vinca will do a lot of strong strike attacks to single targets and the whole party. Honestly, the best way to do this
Let's do this together.
is to put him down fast. Masquerade Charge!
Thank you.
Now, I have Yufa here in case things go crazy, but I don't think we're going to need her just yet. So let's pass turn over to Basilio and prepare to just use some Gold Rush. 7,300 damage is pretty good. And let's hope that we can just wrap this up real fast with a Royal Sword. I don't want him to suffer any more than he already has.
Get him!
6,000 damage, can't quite do it. That's okay. Basilio, put him out of his misery. With this, we get the Talisman of the Night, a Death White Mask, and the Murderer's Axe. Wasn't exactly quick, took 3 hits, but at least he didn't have to get a turn in.
I'm better and stronger. Vinca, I'm sorry. You really have gotten strong, Basilio. No more hiding behind old Fidelio, eh? Basilio, truth is, all I wanted was to laugh and live with our people in peace. If I could have just gotten out of that damn city and been with me own, I'd never have asked for anything else. Tell me, why? Why did they have to die? People like us. Are we not allowed to hope for better? Of course we are. I saw them in my dreams, you know. Spent all my wakeless hours with them. Good food, good company, good laughs. The kind that makes you gut hurt. But eventually, I'd wake up alone, and I'd wonder, maybe it'd have been better to die among mates than live like this. And that's why, when I saw you were alive, Basilio, I felt joy like you couldn't imagine. I felt it too, lad. It hit me too. I was so happy to see you here. Bloody hell. I'll never live this down. Good thing Fidelio can't see me now, or he'd beat the shite out of me. Tell me not to show my mangy face round you again. Yeah, that sounds like Artel. Vinca! Shame, eh? Managed to find each other again. Just too late. Couldn't go on unless I found something to blame. Glad it was you who came to stop me. Hell. If I'd had you sticking by, maybe things had been different. Even that damned sunrise would be just the end of another stupid story round some flagons. But you're a legend, Vinca. You're our pride. You fought the world this far all on your own, so don't worry. I'll take care of the rest, yeah? Right. It's a promise, then. I swear to you, Vinca. And to Del. I'll handle it. Thanks, mate. Vinca? This was the best we could do for him, right?
We've got to fulfill your promise to him.
Yeah. Can't let him down, eh? We can't let anything stop us now. We're in this fight for Vinca too. I'm gonna get stronger. One day, I'll even pass Del. You watch me, Vinca. I swear I will.
Thank you. All right.
You know, I've not been hearing about those killings anymore.
They catch the killer, you suppose? Must have been a real monster behind it all.
No, he wasn't. Vinca was... Sorry. Let's go. Vinca, you weren't a monster. I could tell as soon as I saw him again. He must have been hurting a lot worse than me. But he still gave me those herbs. No hesitation.
He was a man worthy of your respect.
Yeah. At least we know that now. He was a true warrior, fighting on and carrying everyone in his heart. He and Ardell. They had that in common. Honestly, part of me kind of decided that if I could save Vinca, then I could get over losing Dell. Them two weren't that different. Always worrying about our brothers and sisters more than themselves, like, and trying to sort everything out on their own, rushing into their own problems head on. That's them too. Ever since I was a kid, my brother's always been the one pulling me along. Scary as hell making your own path in life, especially if you got something you want to protect. But it's not about the fear. I'm excited to make me own future, see how it all turns out. It makes me wonder if Dell and Lady Rella felt like this. Look, Cap, I want to make a better world than the one they left me. I'm gonna build a future that's got room for our joys, where everyone's got a reason to smile. That's me new dream.
We'll definitely make that dream come true.
Yeah. One day, I'll be powerful enough to change the world. I know it. If this mess with Vinca taught me anything, it's that I've still got a lot of growing up to do. So, from here on, I'm gonna stake everything on my own willpower. Time was, I'd all but given up on the future. But now, I feel like we can make a world worth fighting for that world. For your aims, I'll lay down my life if I have to. I swear it, as Basilio Magnus of the Brothers Magnus.
The ardent champion, Basilio, keeper and heritor of the Berserker's virtues, by the grace of his newfound powers, work together to give truth to our hopes and fulfill thy destiny.
I'm gonna carry all their hopes now, I swear it.
Don't worry, I'll help you shoulder the burden, Basilio. And with this, we obtain his final rank up in his follower story. We obtain, of course, 4 inheritance slots for the Berserker lineage, Grand Fantasy for Basilio, which will give us access to the Royal Berserker, and Beast's Insight. Significantly increases evasion when Basilio is attacked by a beast or human monster. Again, as humans are going to be our most common enemy type, especially when we go after Luis, this is an incredible passive to have.
Anyhow, tonight, let's dance till daybreak. Hey, what's the matter? Vinca's funeral, eh? And a funeral means singing, dancing, proper knees up, right? What's that look for? Don't tell me that's only us Parapus what do that. Well, who cares? Gotta send Vinca off with a smile anyhow. Let's get the whole gang together. Give everyone a night to remember. Right, I better start figuring out the feast. Gonna have to cook loads, what with all of our friends. And I'm definitely making me and Dell's favourites. Dell never got a proper send-off either, come to think. So let's drink, eat, and dance this part all through the night.
That day, all of us mourned and celebrated with all the joy we could, partying into the night. Thanks to the strong trust Basilio and I share, all the people of the Parapus tribe now support me. And with Basilio's follower rank completed, at this point in time, you should have gotten an achievement for completing every single bond rank. As you can see here, all of them are finally done. So, our evenings are kind of freed up right now. I will give you a few options. I think it is, at this point in time, best for you to go and clean up any other extra things that you could do during your evening block if you haven't already. One suggestion I could make is to go to the Coliseum and do another round of fights. There's still one thing in the Coliseum we have yet to see. However, I will be postponing that to a later day because I want to focus on the dragon stuff. So, I am going to be finding an alternative for the evening. Now, something that has been unlocked since we became the prince properly is the Opera House here in Altabury is now fully functional again and has things for us to watch. So I think it'd be nice for us to just go ahead and check out and see what's playing right now. This is the Opera House. They have 5 plays in rotation, but I'm sure they're all basically just Sanctus propaganda. Anything sound good, like a good time? We have the Stripling and his Stewards, the Princess Predicament, the Fairy's Reward, the King and the Knights of the Dinner Table, or the Kerchief Maiden. I like the King and the Knights of the Dinner Table. This one's the King and the Knights of the Dinner Table. It's about a king who slayed an evil dragon and the knights who served him. Well, that's convenient. Ooh, an action play. How about it? Up for some unapologetic swashbuckling? Well, could get us in the mood for killing dragons.
What do you think?
We don't need to worry about increasing our social stats, as each of these plays will increase one of the royal virtues of will. Obviously, we don't need this. If you still somehow need extra points, you've got it right here. Let's play the 1500 Reeve and get front row seats. These aren't exactly front row seats, but we'll do it. It's fine. King and the Knights of the Dinner Table is apparently about a king who slayed an evil dragon, and the knights who served him. We've had naught to drink or eat for 3 days and nights. Are we destined to meet our end in such an ignoble manner? My liege, a mushroom over yonder. 'Tis another cruel twist of fate, as its speckled dress betrays its poisonous nature. Alas, it is not fit to be eaten. I wager my life against the potency of this poison. I fear not the outcome, for I am under the protection of our Lord God. Wow, these knights are risking their lives all to make sure the king can eat? At long last, we have vanquished the evil dragon. What a succulent, fatty tail it has. To eat or not to eat? That is the question. Wait, dragon's flesh harbors a poison most foul. It's delicious. The flavor is divine. The poison was ineffective against the knights, who had been blessed by the Sanctus Church. The retinue made a safe, triumphant return to the capital. Pretty sure Sanctism isn't going to make you immune to poison. If the story is true, the knight was probably just lucky. Yeah, I can assume I know someone very similar to this. After witnessing the knight's bravery, I feel like my own courage has improved.
All right.
Look at that, +7 courage. As we made our way back to meet the others, Gallica and I discussed our thoughts on the play. It was all right.
The hero draws near, which shall see the crowning of a new king. 8 days remain.
7 days left, huh? It's cutting it close, but we still have some time to toughen up. If you still want to, how about heading to the Coliseum? No! No, it is not a good idea, Will. I have other plans. So, I've come back here to Edeni because I realized the Spire of Blind Faith, which is the next tower that I want to tackle, is currently going to be under blight. I want to see if I have enough resources in order to actually change the weather. I hopefully should. Why not? I guess I don't. Well, I have Almighty Golden Stew. I can always make more of these. Let's just go ahead and send it.
Thanks.
There we go. The weather should hold in the place you selected for 3 days. Yes. All right, there we go. We don't have to worry about blight. That's definitely a good thing. Either way, I will see you at the Gauntlet Runner. Alrighty, time to hit another tower. That probably isn't the best way to word this, but that's okay. We're gonna be going back to the Spire of Blind Faith. Well, of course, you'd expect there to be another one. What is this tower's purpose? Whether this time or the last, questions seem to only beget more questions.
I'll do it.
No use thinking in circles. We know there's a fight. What more is there to know?
It's your call.
We should get there by midday. We, of course, can make it back by night. So let's just head out and hopefully we don't get jumped by another tough dragon. Though, probably will. Let's be honest.
What to pick?
Okay, Once again, our social links are completely done. Wrong game. Of course, if you want to cook any items, this is a good time to do so. We could probably make a lot of, like, I guess I could make it like another almighty golden stew. I think I'm gonna make some finisher noodles. Let's make 4 of these. That way, whenever I am facing a really tough opponent in the overworld and I'm just not interested in killing them in a squad fight, I will just pop one of the finisher noodles and deal with them that way. Next, let's go ahead and talk to Yufa and do some meditation. There's still some dialogue that we haven't seen regarding her, so let's go meditate a little bit. My legs are numb after sitting in the same position for so long. Yeah, okay. As a side, I would not be able to do any kind of meditation. I cannot stand, especially my legs being numb. It is such a uncomfortable feeling, and I always fear, like, if I accidentally put too much weight on it, like, I'll twist my ankle or something whenever it's numb. Ugh, it just messes. Ugh. Well, try to clear it. Sorry, Yufa, sorry.
May I?
Meditation is about freeing yourself from your cage of a body and conversing with your soul. If you listen to the voice of your heart, everything here in the world should cease to bother you. That is the hope, isn't it? Alright, well, I should attempt to do what she says. Listen to the voice of my heart. But how? I feel like recrossing my legs isn't gonna really help here. Maybe I should just bear with it. I'll just try being patient.
Actually,
It almost seems like there is an excess energy in your body. You cannot communicate with your soul in such a state. I couldn't rid myself of all my idle thoughts, so I think the meditation increased my imagination only slightly.
Alright.
Hey, that's still pretty good. Likely it's to focus on your numbness, but I like this dialogue a little bit more. It seems you relaxed a little, so let's keep this up a bit longer, shall we? Yeah, wonderful.
The Spire of Blind Faith is the decision to pursue such a beast, one of bravery, or something else altogether. The party sets foot in the tower, filled now only with disquieting magma. All prayers long unanswered.
This place gives me the exact same feeling as the last tower. There's no mistaking it. The fated hour comes, and at last thou arrive. And you took your sweet time. I was bored out of my skull, guys. Hey, you could have made this whole thing a lot faster if you just told us where to go. Well, it wouldn't be much of a trial if I told you everything, now would it? You know, normal people just can't casually enjoy the pleasure of my company like this. You dorks just happen to have those archetypes, so that means we can chat. Anyway, this is the Spire of Blind Faith, a place that exposes the deficiencies of all who enter. If thou doth truly possess the soul of a hero, conquer thy shortcomings and ascend this lofty tower.
now then.
So, you see at the top? Don't keep me waiting now. It's always a one-sided conversation with her, isn't it? She said the same thing last time about us possessing the soul of a hero. Yeah, well, I sure as hell didn't come to prove anything to her, soul or otherwise.
However,
Perhaps some consideration is in order. Just what does the word trial entail? After all, the reason one posts a guardian before treasures to prevent it from being taken.
True.
You're right. With these trials, it almost feels like someone is daring us to take their prize, whatever it may be. Or maybe they want it to be claimed by someone with the right qualities. She did say she had been waiting since the time of the first king of Uchronia. It would seem that if we wish to know more, we best start climbing.
Well,
Let us make ready. Our task is the same as the tower previous. We're taking out that dragon.
Alright.
Reader, take down a dragon. I'm glad you're excited, but let's not pretend this is gonna be easy. Are you sure? On the plus side, it won't be the first time we face down a dragon.
Oh, well.
I mean, I'm sure we're still in for a bad time, but you get what I'm saying. I think you know this already, Will, but this trial will be extremely dangerous.
Leave it to us.
How we proceed is totally up to you. Just give it some thought is all I ask. Don't worry, I'm sure we'll be just fine. Similar to our Forsaken Tower, the Spire of Blind Faith has some new enemies for us across our journey upwards. Basically kind of having a mix of the low-level enemies we fought earlier, which honestly were kind of already level 50 or something, they were not really weak, and some new blood, so of course we'll have to contend with that. But before we do any traveling, I am going to unlock the Martial Artist on Basilio. Combining life-draining punches with self-healing, this ebb and flow can keep it fighting through long battles. We need the Martial Artist at a certain rank in order to access Royal Berserker, rank 20 to be specific. And since we now have the ability to obtain Royal Berserker, I think it'd be best if we speed run our way to that archetype, so we can have all the Royal archetypes ready to go. Okay, now the Martial Artist is maxed out. I'll go ahead and just go over the passives for it real fast, which is Unyielding Blood. Allows one ally to endure one fatal attack, restoring them to full HP once per battle. This is incredible on someone like Heismay or Hulkenberg, who are going to be the primary damage takers. Well, Heismay shouldn't be taking damage, but if he does, this could be a good passive to have in order to keep him alive in the battle. Hulkenberg is going to be taking damage with Royal Knight's Proclamation. If she is somehow overwhelmed in a single turn, this can keep her up. Battle Master prevents poison, malady, paralysis, hex, burn, and frostbite ailments. Another really, really good passive. Now, let's talk about the Royal Berserker, the true heroic embodiment of the Berserker lineage. Its strike attacks break resistances and pulverize foes. Yeah, you probably know where this is going. The Royal Berserker starts with Wanton Destruction in its main toolkit, which is insane. I mean, thanks to the Utilitarian's Manual, we've already acted as if Wanton Destruction takes one press turn icon, but now it just does, which is really good. It also comes with Charge and Stormbreaker Axe, giving it a little bit of elemental coverage, plus Health Vessel, giving him a lot of extra HP. Fearless Warcry will decrease the attack and defense of all enemies by 2 ranks for 3 turns. Really, really, really good. Basically a formation of Vigor and Shelter formation, but inverted and for the enemy. Really good. Systematic Destruction deals extreme physical strike damage to one enemy and will ignore resistances. Another really good attack. Strike Surge will increase strike attack damage by 30%, and Noble Berserker Soul, if the wielder lands a critical hit with a physical attack, no turn icon is lost. All of these lead the Royal Berserker to being, in my opinion, and a lot of others, if the Royal Thief is not your #1 strongest archetype, it is almost certainly the Royal Berserker. And yeah, I definitely agree with that group. The Royal Berserker is just so incredibly powerful. And even to the point where you can make it to where one of the weaknesses of Basilio, the Dark weakness to be specific, is completely nullified thanks to some of the gear pieces we found in the Skybound avatar, making it to where it only has really 1 weakness and 4 resistances. And this is not even going into synthesis skills. Deadly Eraser is severe physical almighty damage to one enemy and will remove a bunch of different buffs. Battlecry Tackle is pretty good, and Rampage Slash is also pretty good. This is such a strong archetype. And of course, we're gonna snag it.
Fascinating.
O masterful hero, one who hath faced and conquered thy anxieties. The deepest and most powerful secrets of the Berserker we bestow upon thee. Damn, this is really something. My blood's really boiling.
Do it.
The Royal Berserker. Even a guy like me who solves problems by bashing into him can become a hero like this? Ain't gonna change who I am at heart, though. All it means is I'm gonna fight 10 times, no, 100 times harder than I did.
I can use this.
Let's do it. With this, we have every single Royal archetype in the game. Essentially, these are the best archetypes for each individual character. There are occasional exceptions, but this is basically it. From here on, I think that you can kind of go on your own path for how you want to build the characters. For me specifically, if I were to give any direct advice with the remaining mag that you have, other than prioritizing inheritance skills, I would suggest getting Will to at least 80% archetype mastery, which means unlocking archetypes and leveling them up. It's going to be pretty useful to at least get him to 80%. However, if you can, try to get everyone to at least 80%. That is something that probably can't be done until the final dungeon, but getting will to 80% is reasonable. But as you can see, I have 15,000 mag. This is not going to be an immediate solve. We also obtained the Murderer's Axe, which is an axe that will make its more normal attacks will inflict Hex. Pretty decent. I grabbed the Edge of Calamity because I wanted strike attacks to get boosted. And of course, we're going to be keeping Basilio on the Royal Berserker. And we're also going to be making some adjustments to gear for whoever's going to be in our party, because we, of course, can't have anything that repels fire because of that stupid dragon. So I'll see you in just a second. Okay, well, let's go ahead and start with Basilio, since he's kind of the hot shot of today. We have, of course, him on Royal Berserker. I went ahead and maxed it out so we could get all of the insane passive bonuses for this archetype. Look at that. 85 strength, 68 endurance, and because of the demon mail we got from those liches in the Skybound avatar, he is now also resistant to dark damage. Insane. Really, really good. One weakness, 4 resistances. This guy is cracked. We also have the Knight's Bracelet, Wolf Greaves, essentially anything to increase his attack power or give him any kind of extra edge in combat. Next, we have, of course, Juna, who's going to be on Royal Mass Dancer, doing Royal Mass Dancer things. She's essentially here to just give everyone charge. Heismay is going to be coming with us. However, I might end up swapping Heismay out for Hulkenberg. It'll depend on how I feel as we waltz up to the boss. But for right now, we'll be keeping Heismay here. Will is going to be running Dragon's Fall, Heavenly Raiment, the Divine Light Gloves, and Utilitarian's Manual. Pretty much nothing's really changed, so let's just keep going. Let's also, I guess we could top off our boy Basilio, because he had that extra 30% HP boost, so yeah, he's got a lot of health. 815 HP is insane.
Let's go.
Now, because, I'm gonna be perfectly honest, the dragon fights here are challenging, yes, but because of how many resources and things you have access to throughout the end game of Metaphor, a lot of these dragons just can kind of feel like a pushover. Maybe it's just me, maybe it's just because I didn't really have any problems adjusting to the combat system of Metaphor. But I always got really confused whenever I saw people complaining about the difficulty of the dragons in this segment. It just really wasn't something I shared an opinion on. I always was just kind of like, yeah, you just boost up Will or Basilio with charge, and then you slap them really hard. It didn't really seem all that difficult. Of course, player experiences will always vary, and I can't speak for everyone, of course. That's just not how that works. I guess another thing I can talk about is, let's talk about, since we have now finished all of the followers, I want to go ahead and talk about my opinions on those as a whole, and I'll keep it pretty brief. Essentially, the social links of Persona games, or I guess in this case, the follower ranks, the confidants, they vary in quality a lot, and I think that is also the case here as well, where some of the follower ranks are pretty good, some of them are definitely skippable in my personal opinion. I'll be completely honest, I'm not the biggest fan of Barden's rank, or really even Brigitta's. I like them, they're just not my favorites. But they're okay. Juna's is also fine. Overall, the followers are good. There's not a lot of them, which is really nice. They don't feel bloated. And because they're also not 10 chapters like they are in a lot of other Persona games, they get to the point really fast, and they wrap up in a nice little bow without needing too much work. And for the party, I enjoy that some of the follower ranks require you to be on the Gauntlet Runner, and some of them don't. So there's more incentive for you to travel outside of town to hang out with your party members, other than just doing dungeons. It was a smart move by the developers for sure. Overall, pretty good. I like them a lot more than the social links and confidants of Persona games because they're slightly shorter. They get to the point. There's less of them, so they don't feel as overbearing on the overall gameplay loop of the story. Good, 2 thumbs up. Not a lot of downers for me personally. The stories are pretty alright. So, yeah, good job, Metaphor. Also, I guess I should clarify, I didn't mean to say Brigitta whenever I was talking about some of my least favorite bonds. It really is just kind of Barden's. I mean, his is okay. It was very predictable and not exactly my favorite in terms of just overall pacing. Brigida's is wonderful. I don't know why I mentioned Brigida's, to be perfectly honest. Overall, they're all really good. Okay, let's go kill this dragon, shall we? I guess one last thing I can suggest is to bring any kind of ailment cleansing items, because that'll be pretty valuable here. So, let's go.
As I thought.
'Tis a genuine dragon that stands before us. I expected as much, yet my spine still shivers at the sight of it.
Sam.
I call you gutless for saying so, but my knees are quaking too. Who am I to talk? But you know what? This feeling's making my hair stand on end. I don't hate it. Its body glows crimson. There could be no doubt. This dragon has command over the very flames themselves.
Wow.
And so you appear before me. Since the founding of the kingdom, you are the first to have successfully ascended 2 of the towers. Figured I should start things off with a compliment this time. Just seemed like the polite thing to do. Well, thank you. A bit hard to rejoice with an absolutely disgusting dragon standing in front of you, but, you know, thanks all the same. Oh, please, it's not like you didn't know this was going to happen. Here I am trying to be a good host, and you're getting sassy. Now, let's see if you can defeat the second of these 3 mighty dragons. Put some style into it. I shall be crestfallen if thou shouldst fail.
Get him quick!
Well, we've come this far. Well, let's do it.
Yeah.
We've got our job to do, so let's see it through. We've only to do what always gets us through such situations. Give it our all.
I'm going.
Agreed. Let us be done with it.
It's so intense! I'm burning up even from here! Can we beat this thing?
This is the Devourer of Flames, a very pretty looking dragon, if not a little difficult on the, a little hard on the eyes. If you couldn't tell by the name, yeah, this guy burns you a lot, and he does a lot of fire damage. Like, a lot of fire damage. So, here's what we need to do. Let's utilize Formation of Vigor, and see if we can't kill this guy in one turn cycle. I mean, I guess I probably could just do the same thing again. This dragon doesn't really have any more HP than the enemy we've already fought before. So we can utilize Hero's Cry and just try to boost ourselves. Let's see what happens. With Basilioth, unfortunately not on Tycoon, we don't have an immediate weakness. So we do need to take advantage of Wanton Destruction if we want to do extra damage to him. 4,000 damage without a weakness is pretty good though. Let's utilize Nice Proclamation in the back row to keep Haizme safe. We can then utilize another Masquerade Charge. And with Will, we're gonna go over to the front and utilize Royal Sword. That does 9,000 damage. And with Basilio, we are going to just do another Wanton Destruction to keep the buff going. 6,000 damage. Now with this, what we're going to do is, let's use an item. Let's use an Evil Eye Talisman to basically put Debilitate onto the Devourer Flames. Great Dragon's Wrath. Increases its attack dramatically. And does Great Dragon's Wrath again. Wonderful. There's Roar, which is a debuff for everyone, which is basically AoE Debilitate. And then he's going for Flame Spire of Ruin, which does a lot of fire damage to a certain row. As you can see, he hit the back row.
They go for her, she's done for.
Yeah, and of course, Juno's burned now, which means we can't do synthesis skills. It shouldn't, hopefully, matter all that much. Either way, we can do Dekaja to remove the attack buff. It shouldn't matter. We pass turn over to Will, and we do Royal Sword. Oh, right. Well, not with her. We can do Royal Sword with Haizme, and do 6,000 damage. But you did see that damage difference between doing it with Haizme and Juna. Those stats of your supporters do matter a lot. And with this, we get the extra bonuses. If you can get the Unscathed Triumph, I would suggest going for it. I definitely could if I had got better luck with crits. It's not that big of a deal for me.
I feel stronger.
Yes, I've become stronger.
Whew, made it through another trial. Guess all we needed to do was put our minds to it. Oh, hey, weird little fairy lady. Come on out. We did the damn test just like you said. She's right there. Marvelous. Splendid performance. Didn't think you'd have the muscle to put the beat down on the second dragon. The power at thy command is undeniable. Born from the corpus of the beast subdued, I bestow upon thee the dragon's raiment. May it serve thee well. And we obtain a cardinal dragon robe. And we, of course, killed the dragon of the Spire of Blind Faith.
Please, have a look.
Incredible. I can feel the magla overflowing from it, just like the armor we earned last time. Something bothering you, old man? This treasure's not enough for you?
No.
No, I find no fault with the treasure itself, yet I remain unconvinced. Is this really all that forbidden power amounts to?
That's true.
You know, you're not wrong. I love a good piece of armor, but that's all they are. They don't seem like the type of things you'd label forbidden and then build 3 whole terrible towers with dragons on top just to protect.
Wow.
Whoa, guess you guys aren't as dumb as you all look.
Then
So it stands to reason that upon completion of the final trial in the third tower, you shall reveal to us the true nature of this forbidden power. Now, why would I spoil the surprise? When thou hast felled the final dragon and proven thy heroic potential, then, and only then, shall the power thou seeketh be revealed.
Do not make
So
me
don't
wait.
get all sidetracked before you make it to the next tower, got it? Otherwise, I'm gonna be sitting there waiting like ever. More nonsense, then poof, off she goes. Spare no concern for what she did or didn't say. We must press on.
True.
Agreed. Now let us all return and sit down for a long overdue meal. You know what? After this, I fully agree with you.
Well then.
We've earned a good rest. Let's head back to the entrance. That I agree with. Again, very similar to the, well, previous time. If you want to farm some money, this is not a bad place to do it with all the skeletons. Otherwise, I think you can probably skip out on doing any farming here. So let's go back to the entrance.
right.
I will see you at the Grand Trad Tavern.
Okay, wait.
I didn't think we'd have to actually fight another dragon. Still can't believe it, to be honest. Apparently now we've got another tower to deal with. Doubt any of this is a simple coincidence. And regardless of how many other dragons are out there, we've got to put them all down. Now, let's not get carried away. Nor should you lose sight of our true reasons for doing all this. Remember, we've accomplished something remarkable today. But let's take satisfaction in that for now. We should let this experience sustain our pride in the days to come.
The day of the hero draws near, which shall see the crowning of a new king. 7 days remain.
Just 6 days until our final battle. Whew, I'm getting nervous.
It'll be fine.
Don't worry, we'll win.
Beg pardon?
That we will. Next time on Metaphor Fantazio, we are going to be setting out for our third tower and seeing what this whole forbidden power has in store for us. So, with that said, I'll see you soon.
that's enough out of you, yeah?